Hey everyone, this is Derek from barnes-designs.com, and today I'm going to be doing a video about doing selective coloring in Lightroom 5. Here I have a picture that I took in Pasadena from when I went to the Chalk Festival this year. I thought it would be good to show selective coloring with this since it has the red and the green. Now, what I start off with first is most people will probably tell you how they do this. There's actually two ways you can actually do this if you wanted to, but I'm gonna show you this way. Now, the saturation, I want to keep the red, so I'm not gonna mess with the red. More than likely, I'll probably have orange inside of that red right there. As you see, I turn down orange, it changes the red. So we're gonna leave the orange alone. Yellow, maybe some yellow, no. Okay, yellow, I could turn the yellow down. All right, the right side is green, so I'm gonna keep green. More than likely, aqua is part of it too. So let's check it out. See, yeah, aqua's part of it too. Usually I start through here and just go through the colors first and figure out what I can turn down first before I even get into using my adjustment brush for anything. So, okay, we have blue, which is the sky. So we're going to turn the blue down. There's no purple in that red or green, and there's no magenta. So we've turned down magenta, purple, blue, and yellow. Those are all taken out of the photo so far. This is pretty much what you can use to get you started in reducing the color from the areas that you want it taken away from. So here you start a new brush and you use saturation. Now you'll turn your saturation down to a -100. I normally put a decent feathering on it, and I also use an auto mask to keep me lined up so I don't go a little too crazy with this. So okay, density's up, this turned down. What we're gonna do, I'm using a bamboo tablet to do this, so it's kind of easier for me to use my tablet than it is to use my mouse. So let me just get in here and I'm just gonna go over everything, and I'm gonna reduce the saturation. Now sometimes I do go in here and I'll do it more than once, because sometimes I'll desaturate and then I'll notice a little color. Like if you see right here, there's some color right there. More likely it's red. So what I normally do is I'll just go over this first time and pretty much try to make sure I've got most of it for most parts. Okay, now with most of that done, I'm pretty much desaturated this all the way down to now black and white. Now, what you can normally do after, you can either turn your saturation up over here, and that's if you want to go into just, oh, actually, you don't want to turn it up on that layer. You want to make a new one, and then you want to turn your saturation up. Now you can actually go in here and you can color over this. I actually turned up real high. It's not really where I wanted it, but I'm gonna let you see what it actually does. You turn your saturation up and you see that you bring the colors back to life. Because if you notice, when I lowered the saturation and went through everything, it looked kind of dull. So what I usually do is I turn up my saturation. I'll turn it up to usually about maybe 60, something like that. Usually I'll play around and I'll try to figure out how I want it. Do I want it too bright and too coming at you, or do I just want to give it a little bit of life back to it, which is what I'm doing with this. This is a picture that I actually shared on my Instagram the other day, and this picture isn't just for the purpose of doing selective coloring, which pretty much most people do know how to do these days, but some people still don't know how to do selective coloring in Lightroom or Photoshop. So I thought that I would share this, and see, that's pretty much it right there. I really want to share this not for just for the colors for one, but also because of the actual message. If you read the message that's on here about freedom of speech, that was something that I thought really actually brought this photo out a little more. Because when I was walking down the street and I took this photo, it was the actual words on here that made me stop to take the picture of it, and it wasn't really the colors. But when I got home later and I looked at it again, I'd seen it as a pretty good picture to use. So I've decided to use it, share it with you guys today. And that's pretty much how you do selective coloring. You basically can just go in here, turn down all your saturation, and you can go in like that. Now I'm gonna show you guys another way, and I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can for you guys. I'm gonna reset the photo, and as you see, it goes back to normal. Now another thing, my iPad's going off in the background. Now you can just sometimes just go straight to the brush. You can go straight to the brush and you can do all this manually if you want to. I feel it's better to use the sliders first, because then it gets most of this already away, and it makes it easier for you to do. Now you can always just turn the sliders down, go in here, and like I said, I'm using a tablet, so this is a lot easier to do on my Wacom tablet than it is on the mouse. I can get real precise with this. I'm not really going to do it right now, but normally I would zoom in as close as I can and make sure I've got everything the way that I want it. So I'm not going to do that today. Today's I'm just going to show you guys. This is the second way. Now some of you guys might find this way a lot faster, just go in there and just take away the color yourself. And then like I said, you see you have the red over there. I always have an issue with that. So I'll just go back in here, create a new one, and keep it going. Must be my Twitter going off. And that's pretty much the second way to do it. You can just use a brush and just go in there and get it to the way that you like it. And then once again, like I said, you can create a new one, pull your saturation up, go back over, and you can color this in, and you can make it stand out more, or whatever you plan on doing with it, depending on why you're editing and why you're using selective coloring. I mean, I don't know. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And that's my selective coloring tutorial. And this is Derek from barnes-designs.com. And I'll see you guys next video. Have a nice day.